Welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss about nodal analysis concept with numerical problems for beginners. So you can see the topics are number 1 concept of node and junction, number 2 concept of nodal analysis in brief. So first of all we need to know what is a node. A node is a point of a network where two or more elements are connected together. That means you can see at point P in the example circuit, R1 and R3 are connected at point P. So that means we can say the point P is a node. In same way, point Q also can be considered as a node. Next, junction. A junction is a point where three or more elements are connected together. You can remember that three or more elements must be connected together at a particular point in a circuit. So that means here you can see the example at point P we have R1, R2, R3 are connected together. That means this point P is called as a junction. As we know, a junction is also can be considered as a node because in node we have two or more element are connected. That means here two elements R1, R2 is connected together with R3 also connected. So a junction can be also considered as a node, and where three elements are connected together, that can be also considered as a principal node. And in nodal analysis you have to choose a reference node whose voltage is 0. So here this entire line is considered as a reference node where negative terminal of a battery is connected throughout the line. Now we have to consider a reference node. So a reference node is considered that part of a circuit where negative terminal of the battery is connected. So here you can see the entire orange line is considered as a reference node. Its potential is to be considered as V is equal to 0 volt. Now we can consider that all the junctions are node but reverse is not true. Means all the junctions are node because in the junction there must be three elements connected, but in node there can be two elements or more than two elements connected. Now we will see what are the steps involved in nodal analysis. So first step, identify the nodes or junction in a particular given circuit. Number 2, assign an unknown voltage variable for each node whose voltage is unknown. Number 3, choose a reference node as I told earlier. Number 4, apply KCL at principal nodes, one node at a time. That means you have to apply KCL equation for each nodes one by one. Next one, use Ohm's law to write the KCL equation for each nodes whose voltage is to be determined. Means you have to replace current equation in terms of unknown voltage equation. Number 6, solve the equation and get the unknown node voltages. Number 7, put the value of unknown voltages in current equation to calculate different branch currents. Now we will see how to solve a particular problem. So I have taken one example to illustrate the procedure. Now we need to understand what is the question here. Question is to determine current through all the branches. So here first step would be to determine the principal node. So one can write this point as a P and this point as a Q, and these two are called as principal node because here three elements are connected. In P point 4, 4 and 2, and in Q point also 4, 4 and 2 are connected together, and this line is considered as a reference line where the potential of entire line is 0, and it is called a reference node. Now second one is to assign a unknown voltage variable for each node. So here point P, I have assigned the voltage for point P is Vp and the voltage for point Q is Vq. Now we have to assign some branch currents. So I have taken I1, I3, here I2, here I5, here I4. You can take any directions. Based on your direction, your KCL equation will be formed. Now applying KCL at node P. Here this is node P. Now KCL equation will give us I1 is entering current, I2 and I3 outgoing current from node P. So we can write I1 is equal to I2 plus I3, and this is equation 1. Now we will replace the current equation in terms of voltage. So current I1 can be written in terms of Ohm's law, that is potential difference between these 2 points, that means 20, and here it is Vp. So potential difference 20 minus Vp divided by path resistance. Here path resistance is 4, so that is 4 is equal to I2 can be replaced potential difference between these 2 points because I2 is flowing from P to Q. So Vp minus Vq by 4 would be I2 equation. Same way Vp, here potential is, entire line potential is 0. So Vp minus 0 by this path resistance is current 3, I3. Vp minus 0 by 2 is representing current I3. Now if you solve this, you can see that you will get the equation number 2, that is 4Vp minus Vq is equal to 20. So what is the KCL equation at point Q? I2 current is incoming current, I4 current is also considered as incoming current, and outgoing current is I5. You can see here I5 is coming out from the node Q. Therefore we can write the KCL equation at node Q is I2 plus I4 is equal to I5. Again we have to write the current equation in terms of unknown nodal voltage. So if I replace I2 is equal to Vp minus Vq by 4, and I4 is potential difference between these 2 points, means 30 minus Vq by 4, where 30 is higher potential as compared to Vq because current I am taking that current is coming from 30 to VQ. So obviously VQ will be lesser as compared to 30 volt. That's why current is flowing from 30 to VQ. This is the concept for writing the equation. So this is also okay. Now I5 we can write VQ minus 0 because I5 is coming from VQ to 0 line, that is a 0 reference node. Now we have to write current equation for I5. So I5 is coming from VQ and reaching to reference line. So we can write VQ minus 0 by 2. Why it is 0? Because the reference line potential is considered as 0 volt, that is same as earth potential. Now you can solve this equation and you will get equation number 4. Now if you solve equation number 2 and equation number 4, you will get this result where Vp, that is potential at P point, will be 22 by 3 volts, and here potential of Q point will be 28 by 3 volts. Now with this result of Vp and Vq, we can calculate all the currents involved in the circuit, that is I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. So here you can see the current I1. We have already written this equation, just we need to replace the unknown parameters Vp here. So you will get 3.167 ampere. Same way I2 can be written as Vp minus Vq by 4. So we just need to replace Vp value and Vq value to calculate the current I2. So I2 is minus 0.5 ampere. In same way, all the currents, that is I3, I4 and I5 can be calculated. So thank you very much for listening.